Newcastle United missed the opportunity to claim back-to-back Premier League wins for the first time since December after drawing against Everton at St James's Park. The Magpies led through Alexander Isak's early opener, however, couldn't hold out for 3 points following Dominic Calvert-Lewin's 88-minute penalty.
Always tough to concede a goal that late. I think we played a good game. We should have killed off the game much earlier. We had chances, so this one is on us.
Yeah, a little bit frustrated.
So from discussing the player performances to revealing Eddie Howe's thoughts on Paul Dummett. Breaking down the latest injury updates. As per, join us as we discuss the 5 things we learned from Newcastle United 1 Everton 1.
Let's go!
Starting off, despite the disappointing result, Dan Burn's performance for Newcastle United was highly praised. Playing in his preferred position as a central defender, Burn showcased his excellence throughout the match. He appeared comfortable and effective, earning recognition as the man of the match by some. As the captain for the evening, Burn led by example, demonstrating outstanding defensive skills against Everton's tall and physical attackers. He handled the challenges posed by the opposition admirably, showcasing his defensive prowess. Additionally, Burn came close to scoring a goal, unfortunately having it disallowed for offside. Nevertheless, his overall contribution to the team's defensive solidity and leadership qualities made a significant impact on the match. Having a 7.3 match rating, he had 6 clearances, 0 dribbled past, 4 tackles, 83 touches, 91% passing accuracy, 4 ground duels won, and a staggering 11 aerial duels won. Overall, Burn's performance was described as excellent, with him excelling in his natural habitat as a central defender. His defensive abilities, leadership, and unfortunate disallowed goal made him stand out despite the disappointing result for the team.
Yeah, a little bit frustrated. I thought, especially first half, we were probably the better team. We dominated a lot of it. I think they're a physical team, and you know what to expect from them. And I thought for large parts of it, we dealt with it well. We started probably a little bit sloppy second half and invited pressure onto a little bit. Couldn't keep the ball as well enough as we would have liked, and I think when they keep slinging balls in the box, it only takes sort of one chance. And yeah, we're disappointed. I think if we had to get in that second goal, I think we really would have killed the game off, and that was probably what's hurt a little bit, that we couldn't really finish the game off.
Then Alexander Isak displayed his world-class ability with a remarkable goal, showcasing not only his finishing skills but also his composure to calmly slot the ball into the bottom corner. The goal put the Magpies ahead after 15 minutes of play as Isak capitalized on Harvey Barnes's through ball, cutting inside and unleashing a precise shot into the bottom right corner of the net. Isak had additional opportunities to increase his goal tally, coming close to securing a hat-trick with a couple of other chances. One of his efforts to make it 2-0 was cleared off the line by Vitaly Mykolenko, demonstrating the threat he posed throughout the match. Furthermore, Isak thought he had provided an assist when his cross was tapped home by Dan Burn, but the goal was ultimately disallowed following a VR review for offside. In the game itself, Isak had 1 goal, 1.34 xG, 3 shots on target, 0 off target, 1 shot blocked, 3 out of 4 successful dribbles, 1 big chance missed, 35 touches, 13 accurate passes, 2 key passes, and 3 ground duels won. The goal also meant that he now has the most goals per 90 minutes in the Premier League and is the first Newcastle player to score in 5 consecutive Premier League home games since Johan Gouffran in December 2013. This goal was also his 25th Premier League goal.
If we go back to the first half, you looked like the calmest man in St James's Park. Just talk us through the opening goal for yourself.
Oh no, obviously it was a lot of space. Harvey put a great ball in, and then just tried to get to a shot position, and I did, and just finished it off.
If we take your own form in isolation, with the result aside, you've now scored in the last 5 home games. I mean, what do you think's behind your form, and how pleased are you with the way you're performing here in front of these fans?
No, I'm pleased. Of course, I always want to score, and it's easier here in front of our fans. And you want the goals to get you a win, but no, as a striker, always happy to score, of course.
There were other opportunities as well, though, but as you've mentioned, does this feel like 2 points dropped the way the game unfolded?
Yeah, for sure. As I said, we played good. but against a team like Everton, who you know plays like a lot of duels and play a bit 50-50 up there, you have to kill the game quick. Otherwise, the game will always be alive. As you saw there, they put a long ball and they get a penalty. So, as I said, it's on us. We had enough chances to kill the game.
Harvey Barnes was also superb on the night and created near of all of our chances, having a 7.5 match rating, 1 assist, 1 shot on target, 1 shot off target, 1 shot blocked, 1 successful dribble, 1 big chance missed, 47 touches, 84% passing accuracy, 4 key passes, 1 accurate long balls, and 2 big chances created. Lewis Hall continued to impress with an energetic performance in the first half, building on his previous cameo appearances. His display showcased his energy and enthusiasm on the field, contributing positively to the team's performance during that period. Having a 7.4 match rating, 5 clearances, 2 tackles, 1 dribbled pass, 80 touches, 85% passing accuracy, 2 out of 4 accurate crosses, 2 out of 4 accurate long balls, 4 out of 4 ground duels won, 4 out of 6 aerial duels won. He was the one of the 2 Newcastle United players who managed to win half of their aerial duels. On the other hand, Elliot Anderson started the match with great intensity, displaying a fired-up mentality right from the beginning. He showed his aggression in tackles and was involved in the game. However, as the match progressed and fatigue set in, his impact diminished in the second half. This was understandable as it was his first start since October and the toll of the match took its toll on his energy levels. Bruno Guimaraes may not have been at his most effective during the match. However, he still showed determination in trying to make things happen on the field and remained physically involved in the game. Despite not being at his absolute best, Guimaraes displayed qualities that make him a top-class player. Having a 100% tackles win rate, 55 passes completed, 6 out of 6 tackles won, 5 out of 7 dribbles completed, which was the most in the game, 2 interceptions, 2 key passes. One of Guimaraes' standout characteristics is his ability to lead by example. He consistently demonstrates this trait, often being the driving force that helps the team overcome difficult phases within matches. His performances have shown that he has the capacity to inspire and motivate his teammates during challenging periods. However, in the assessment of some players, Newcastle United has outgrown them, and they are currently unable to meet the required standards. Emil Kraft had some unconvincing moments defensively and struggled to make an impact in the attacking phase. This was particularly notable as it marked his first Premier League start in almost 2 years. Sean Longstaff showed some improvement in his overall display, but lacked composure in the final third of the pitch. Additionally, he appeared hesitant and slow to support his teammates in possession. Paul Dummett is another player singled out for criticism, as his actions cost the team 3 points. He was involved in an unnecessary altercation with Ashley Young, displaying a lack of judgment, especially considering his experience as a player. The incident can be seen as indicative of a player who has not had much playing time and should have known better. Eddie Howe, however, refused to criticize the long-serving Magpies defender who was brought on in the 79th minute for Hall. Speaking after the match, Howe said, "I think when you look at it back, which I have very quickly, I think both players are grappling each other initially, but I think the height of Paul's arm around Ashley's neck that swings it against us. If the boot is on the other foot, I'm probably wanting that penalty. It's always difficult when you come on late in games, especially when you're winning. Being a defender myself, there are always difficult moments because you want to keep your concentration and help the team. Paul's been first class since I've been here. He's a really genuine, honest lad. It's one of those moments that has gone against us, but I can't fault the players. Genuinely, I thought we were really committed to give a really good performance for the majority of the game. Overall, these assessments highlight the shortcomings of these players in meeting the demands and aspirations of Newcastle United as a club. They are not being able to provide the required levels, potentially hindering the team's progress. Regardless of this, Newcastle United's performance in the match can be described as dominant, with the team constantly attacking and exerting wave after wave of pressure on Everton as highlighted in the field tilt. Newcastle also had a higher expected goals, XG value of 2.52 compared to Everton's 1.43. More shots, 18 to Everton's 10. More shots on target, 6 to Everton's 3. And enjoyed a higher possession percentage of 58% compared to Everton's 42%. Despite the team's control and the number of chances created, the frustration lies in the inability to convert those opportunities into goals. The match is seen as an example of the unpredictability of football, where even with dominance on the field, the final result can be influenced by individual errors. In this case, the disappointment stems from a mistake made by a backup player, which ultimately proved costly for Newcastle United.
Yeah, I mean, that's football, isn't it? The highs and the lows. I don't think today's a huge low for us. I mean, we're disappointed to concede late in the game, but I do think the players delivered a good performance today. Committed, a lot of effort, physically gave everything to the game. I thought we played really well at times as well. So disappointed not to win, but overall pleased with the performance.
Given the manner of the game, the manner of conceding late on and the chances you created, does it feel like 2 points dropped today?
I think it feels that way now, but I think it's always difficult to react too early to what you've seen. Majority of my feeling is positive. I thought it was a positive defensive performance. I thought we looked more solid today. We limited them really. They had the one shot, they hit the post, and then they had the penalty. And then the other way, we looked like we could score at any moment, and we had some really good chances.
You had a goal disallowed, you had a shot cleared off the line. Do you feel if one of those had went in, it could have been a completely different matter?
Yeah, I think the second goal was the key thing in the game. I think when we scored early, we were hoping to really consolidate that and push forward even more. Thought they defended pretty well, but then we had the chances in the second half, and probably Alex's is the big one. But still, there was other moments. We hit the woodwork as well. So yeah, it was just one of those days where the second goal wouldn't go in, and then you're always vulnerable to conceding at the other end.
All in all, Newcastle United faced a significant challenge in their recent match, with a remarkable 12 players unavailable due to injury or suspension. Furthermore, it is mentioned that at least 4 of these players will not feature for the rest of the season. Despite these setbacks, Newcastle United finds themselves in 8th place in the league, within striking distance of European qualification and possibly even deserving of a higher position.
It is not excuses at all, but how difficult and challenging is it just now with the number of injuries, for the manager, but also for the players having to go every week and every game?
It feels like we've been in this position all season, so it's not new. The ones available will have to do the job, and that's that.
Are you confident though that there is enough quality in that dressing room to have a strong finish to this campaign and get hopefully European football from your own perspective? Yeah,
for sure. Obviously this week has been intense. We have now a game in a few days again, but after that we will have more time to recover, and then hopefully it won't be a problem.
And in some recent injury updates, according to information shared by Craig Hope, Eddie Howe, the manager of Newcastle United, confirmed that Livramento and Almiron are expected to be out for around a month due to ankle and knee injuries, respectively. Additionally, Trippier is still not deemed ready to return to action and will miss the upcoming match against Fulham. There is some relatively positive news regarding Lewis Miley, as it appears that he has suffered only bone bruising on his back, which is not as serious as initially feared. While he may feature in the final few games of the season, the club will not rush his return to ensure his full recovery. Contrary to initial reports suggesting that Nick Pope would miss the remainder of the season, recent developments indicate that he is on track to return before the end of the season. This potentially allows him to make a late push for selection in the upcoming Euros. Then finally, if you want to know how Nick Pope changed Newcastle United, click the video link on screen now.
That was easy.